Cool FM presents Pop Culture. Hosted by Andres Clemente. Get ready to dive into entertainment news and amazing music. Ready, set, go.
Hello. Welcome to Pop Culture. I'm Andres Clemente, your host. And happy Monday. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I know I did. I actually ordered some delicious food. My little girl is potty training, so there was a lot of urine around my house. Good times. But I got to watch something. And more importantly, I got to show my wife something I truly loved, which was Hamilton. Hamilton premiered on Disney Plus on Friday, and we made a little date out of it. We ordered special food, we put the baby to sleep, and we watched a great musical. Because I saw it live, I had the idea to talk to you guys a little bit about the live performance versus TV performance, and I thought I should have one of the guests, a great guest, a person that I know has cried many times during the show and keeps singing these songs every day nonstop. Her name is Ana Grethel Solis. She is one of the stars of many plays and musicals in Panama, including Mamma Mia, Grease, and Last 5 Years, and many more. She will be right back after this, so stay tuned. It's going to be a very fun conversation.
I love pop culture.
And we are back with Pop Culture. I'm Andres Clemente, your host. And let me introduce you my guest. She went all the way to New York to become a new woman. Ana Grethel Solis. How you doing? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Yes, I hear you perfectly. I hear you like you were right here in the studio. I'm excited.
Those times.
Yes. How are you doing? How's quarantine living?
It's good. I mean, I was at the beginning of quarantine doing a acting program online. I'm doing an acting master's in New York, and it was all online, so it was very weird. I was acting in my living room and just recording weird things. But yeah, right now I'm kind of scared that I'm getting used to it. So yeah.
Okay, are you still in New York?
No, I'm in Panama now.
Oh, okay. Do you miss New York?
So much. So much.
Were you?
Yeah, because I feel like I'm not really in Panama.
Okay.
If I'm like locked in my house, you know, I can't really go anywhere, so it's kind of weird.
You haven't escaped to the beach or anything?
No.
Okay. Let's start right off the bat, Anna, with letting the people know what Hamilton is about. This is what I found on Wikipedia, a great source. Hamilton, an American musical simply known as Hamilton, is a musical with music, lyrics, and book by Lin-Manuel Miranda. It tells a story of American founding father Alexander Hamilton, inspired by the 2004 biography Alexander Hamilton by Ron Chernow. The show's music draws heavily from hip-hop as well as R&B, pop, soul, and the traditional style show tunes. The show also casts non-white actors as the founding fathers and other historical figures. Owing to this use of modern storytelling methods, Hamilton has been described as being about America then as told by America now. There you go. That is the description of the musical Hamilton on Wikipedia. So, Anna, I asked you this. When you heard about this musical, I'm pretty sure you are a fan of Lin-Manuel Miranda's first show in the Heights.
Yes.
Did you care it was about U.S. history when this was announced?
I remember listening to the first song, Alexander Hamilton, and I didn't even know who he was. Like, I had no idea that it had to do with American history. I remember just hearing it and I was like, oh, that's a great song. Like, that's Lin doing another musical, right? Like, that's Lin-Manuel Miranda. And then everybody was like, yeah, it's amazing, whatever. And I had no idea it was about American history. But yeah, and then I listened to all of the songs and I remember when the recording came in Spotify, everybody was freaking out. And everybody was just like going on and on about this musical because when you listen through Spotify, you can get the entire story. So yeah, it was mind blowing since just the music. I remember that very clearly.
When did you watch it live for the first time?
So I watched it in 2015. It had just moved to the Richard Rodgers Theater to Broadway, and yeah, it had its fan base, but the Tonys hadn't happened, so it wasn't like as big of a deal as it is right now, of course. But yeah, I was so pumped. I went to like the last row, literally the last row in the theater, and I still could get like, I got chills just from the beginning, and I didn't stop crying the entire time. It was, yeah.
Did you hear the recording before you went to the show or no?
Yeah, definitely. I heard the recording. I didn't know it by heart as I know it now. Or yeah.
Ana, you there? You there?
Yes.
I think
yeah.
you pressed the button by mistake. Okay, you were saying, sorry. The record yeah. The recording, you listened to the recording and then you went to the live show.
Yeah. But I didn't know it as much. Like, I was still surprised by so many things. Especially, like, I remember watching the Satisfied Rewind thing. I never thought that he would make the actors go all backwards and just rewind the entire scene, of course. So that was like mind blowing to me that those songs connected so much. I didn't make the connection until I saw it.
Since then, how many times have you seen this musical? Ballpark.
So
come on.
I might or might not have. I might or might not have the bootleg for this show, so
classic.
I literally saw it every time I didn't have Wi-Fi. Like, every travel, every flight, like anything, I was like, oh, I have the musical, or I might not have it. I don't know, but the bootleg is really good. I mean, it's just, and it was the bootleg of the original cast, so.
But you also saw the original cast on Broadway, though, right?
I saw all of them except Lin. I saw his understudy.
What?
But he was amazing. Yeah, but he was amazing. He was amazing. Like, yeah.
I will give my first hot take here. I saw the touring company,
okay.
And
cool.
I think the Hamilton we got is better than Lin-Manuel Miranda, because I think Lin-Manuel Miranda is a genius. He's not a great singer.
Yeah, no, I know. And even though, like, he composed those songs to fit his voice.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's not the greatest singer. Also, I mean, I love him. He's a genius, but yeah, I feel like he as a writer is like so gifted. And yeah, I mean, the guy that I saw do Hamilton also like gave me another taste of Hamilton, and that's why I'm like, oh, I don't know, like that was the first Hamilton that I saw as well, you know. So
now that you see, so you prefer the other Hamilton? That's what you're saying. You would fire Lin-Manuel Miranda.
You're gonna quote me on that?
That's what you're saying.
No, never.
I'm just asking. So you've seen the show. You've seen the show many times. I asked you, let's go. with the hot takes because I'm assuming you have really read the show and learned the history about it. So I ask you one thing. First. Is Aaron Burr really a bad guy or misunderstood?
Oh, look, I really...
Here we go.
Wait for It breaks my heart. Wait for It breaks my freaking heart because you can see his passion. You can see his fire, like all that he wants to do. Like, he cares so much about his legacy, just as much as Hamilton. Like, they're two sides of the same coin. But he's just so calculated and so like I feel for him because he just waited his entire life and he never did something for himself, which some people would say like, well, that's on him. But I don't know. I feel like once you hear Wait for It, you understand him. And it's like, it's like when you hear, okay, Jesus Christ Superstar is also narrated by Judas. Like,
yes.
Everybody, like a history antagonist, But you still feel for him. Like, you still, when the show opens and you hear Heaven's on His Mind and you hear but like his perspective of the story, you're like, well, I kind of see it. Like, I kind of see why you did what you did. It's not good. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's so wonderfully written that you can go either way. I'm not saying
you empathize with Aaron Burr.
I empathize.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, but Hamilton, yeah. It's not saying that Hamilton was in a duel as well. So I don't know. I feel like they're kind of both at fault. I feel like duels were kind of dumb at that time to handle a dispute.
I gotta be honest. I know a lot of people bought their A-Ham cap or their A-Ham shirt. I would buy my A. Burr, man. I respect that man.
Yeah.
He got a bad rap.
Yeah.
And about duels.
Oh my god! And Leslie is amazing.
Yes. And about duels,
the actor.
And about duels, you're completely right. What a way to settle a quarrel. Why not go into fisticuffs or slap each other? Why risk the shot? I don't get it.
Also, but it says a lot about what your honor, legacy, and reputation meant.
Yeah, why would my reputation go down with how fast are my reflexes? I don't know. It makes no sense to me. And I love the fact that the songs always say like normally duels nothing ever happens in duels. All the duels they show somebody dies. Anyways, we are going to take a quick break and then we're going to give our second hot take about Hamilton. We'll be right back with more Ana Grethel discussing Hamilton, live versus TV.
I need pop culture.
And we are back with Pop Culture. I'm Andres Clemente, your host, and we are talking Hamilton, live versus TV. And on the line, I have a great guest. She is right now exercising from home, keeping safe. Ana Grethel Solis, how you doing? You're there?
Good, yeah, I'm good. Do you hear me?
Yes, of course, we hear you perfectly.
Hello?
Yes, yeah. we hear you.
Cool.
Ana Grethel, second hot take of Hamilton. Let's talk about our protagonist. The man, the hero. Everybody's just listening to every word he says and sings. Is he the worst husband ever?
Like,
no, okay,
yeah,
there you go. Yes, 100%. You're talking about a man who's in love with your sister. Yeah. No, go ahead. You're talking about a man who's in love with your sister, cheats on you constantly, and not only cheats on you, has an arrangement with the girl's husband to keep cheating on you while he pays for it. Not great.
No.
And he pays no attention to your kid.
Exactly. No, and I think what's worst about this happening, because I'm pretty sure Alexander Hamilton slept a lot more than just with Mariah Reynolds.
Oh, here we go. Hot takes.
That he published it. That was the thing that I think hurt Eliza the most. That he published it just to save face and save his saying oh, I'm gonna write the Reynolds pamphlet. I'm gonna write my way out. I'm gonna defend my own name. I'm gonna say bit by bit what happened. It happened in my own house, details and everything, and I'm gonna put it out there because that's more admirable or honorable, quote unquote, than people finding out just by rumors and stuff. Like, I can control the information. I don't know. I feel like he was already all over his head. But have you listened to the mixtape, like the Hamilton mixtape?
No. What do they reveal something?
Well, there's a song that got cut from the musical.
Okay.
It's called "Congratulations," that Angelica Schuyler sings to to Alexander Hamilton, and when she says, "I'm not here for you," I know my sister like I know my own life, like all that part.
Yeah.
That used to be an entire song, and she was just telling him off. And it was so good. I'm so mad that they cut it. But
do you think Angelica slept with Hamilton?
I don't think so. I don't want to believe that they didn't.
Okay, you want to believe in the love story. You want to be romantic. You want to be loyal.
I think they had a platonic. Yeah, I think they had a platonic relationship.
Oh, I think it was more than
friendship.
I was thinking it was more than platonic. I gotta be honest. Maybe not physical, but maybe it wasn't physical, but it was not just platonic.
Okay, yeah. Well, when I saw the TV version and I saw the sexual tension of
that's
Renee
what I'm
with
saying.
Lynn, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was intense.
Renee,
and that's something that I couldn't see.
Yeah.
That you could just see with the close-ups, you know?
I was gonna say, we were gonna get there a little bit into the pros and cons of live and TV. But before we get there, give me right now the person that has, I am sure, listened to every song more than 100 times. What are your favorite songs? You get two. You get two songs because I have two.
Oh my God.
And it's my show.
Why are you making me do this?
Come on, two songs.
Okay. I mean, I think the last song. Oh my God, I'm blanking on the name. But the last song.
I got it right here.
Alexander Hamilton.
Which one?
The Bullet song.
Oh, the last 10 Commandments with Aaron Burr.
The second to last. No, right after My Obedient Servant.
Right after?
I don't remember.
That's Best of Wives and Best of Women. Between Eliza and Lin-Manuel.
Song.
The world was wide enough.
Yeah, no. The world wasn't wide enough. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Aaron Burr singing.
I think that is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I never look for the titles of the songs.
Was that the one that Aaron Burr sings about the story about the duel? Is that the one?
No. I'm thinking of like the exact moment, like before Hamilton dies, that he goes through this rap that has no beat, no melody, and he says that like no beat, no melody, and he just goes on and on about what his life has been. Like he sees everything on the other side, and it's just like his final moment.
Oh, okay, yeah. Great song. Interesting. I didn't know you were gonna go with that one.
I think no, because it's so genius, and it's so genius that it's literally just him rapping. It's nothing else but his voice. There's no melody to it, and you can, like, it transcends. I don't know. It's so, when he says Washington is watching on the other, like that, like percussion of the song is so cool, and just, I don't know. I like you see the entire musical, and then you watch that part, and it's like, oh, like this is like, I don't know, like he just looks over his entire life, his entire doing, and he was obsessed with this legacy. So I think that moment is like, well, and also.
Yes, you get one more.
Last night I was. Oh shit! Okay.
Come on, here we go.
Okay.
I trust you.
I'm thinking of two. Can I say two?
You can say two.
Okay. Because the other day I was listening to Yorktown. Yeah. And I listened to the lyrics. They say when towards the end they say, does this really mean freedom? And it's answered with not yet, and it just made me think of everything that's going on right now. Because
interesting.
I don't know. I was just like, oh, this sound is so freaking timely, and it was about a battle of them getting like their freedom and their independence, like right before the independence. So So I don't know. It got me chills with everything that's going on right now with Black Lives Matter and all that stuff, that people are still fighting for their freedom in a way, you know? And I don't know. That, and also Dear Theodosia, when I saw it in the TV thing.
Leslie Odom Jr. does a beautiful job.
He's amazing. But I don't know. I kind of like got a thought in my head of like, oh, maybe that's why they're like facing the audience with the share in front of them, and they're just facing the audience and telling the story as if the audience was the baby, because the audience is the baby. Like, they're talking to the new generations. They're talking about the country that they left. They're talking about, oh, you're gonna blow us away. Like, you're gonna take care of this country, and you're gonna make everything that we believed in possible. And I don't know, I just got me chills. I was like, oh wow, like that had another meaning.
Does your favorite songs?
I loved it.
Does your favorite songs coincide with your favorite moments of the play, or they change a little bit?
Oh, they change. Like they change every time. I feel like it's like Hamilton is reading a good. It's like reading a good book. Like every time that you,
I like that
you listen through it, you find new stuff just depending on the historical context, but also like depending on your own life. Like it's also very like subjective, you know. But I think it always changes. It always changes, especially like when you listen to it versus when you see it, versus when you see it live, versus the performance that you get. Like it's always different, and I think that's what's so wonderful about theater. Like it's always unique.
There you go. I gotta be honest. Yeah. My two songs are Satisfied. And it grew even more after I watched it again yesterday on the TV version, for many reasons. But one of the main reasons is I'm a sucker for hidden feelings. I'm a sucker for those stories. So seeing this performance of her, like it's Angelica Schuyler above the whole scene, watching what she's doing and lamenting what she's doing, but doing it at the same time. Huge fan for that song. And the actress Renee, I'm blanking on the name. I'm sure you know it by heart. What do you know? The
Elise Goldsberry.
Yeah, there you go. Renee Elise Goldsberry. Her hip hop and rapping style is just ridiculous. She has so much flow. It's remarkable. So good for her. And the other song I really, really love is Wait For It. I think, again, the melodic version, the melody on the song, the percussion of the song, and the emotion on the song is just riveting. And again, I am a sucker for the underdog, and both Angelica and Aaron Burr are the underdogs in this story. Not Hamilton, I'm sorry to say, for everybody out there. I believe Aaron Burr is the underdog. I love it. I really love those songs. I am a huge fan, and I can listen over and over again. What about favorite moments? You were talking about favorite moments.
Favorite moment. Sorry, I lost you a little bit towards the end.
Oh, you lost me? No worries. Are you back?
Yeah.
You there? I was saying that I'm a fan of the underdogs. I love the underdogs, and I think Aaron Burr and Angelica were the underdogs, or the second fiddles on this show, on the story. I always root for them.
Yeah, totally.
What about your favorite moments?
Yeah.
What about your favorite moments?
Well, I was just gonna ask you, like, what did you think about the room when it happens on the TV version? Because Leslie was amazing in that. But what do you think about that one?
It was good. I have to say I was more impressed with the live version on that song in particular. I don't know why. Maybe because one of the big differences is they go for good close-ups on the TV version, and when you're watching the whole stage, you can watch maybe the other actors do more stuff, perhaps, and you're paying more attention to the whole stage. But I did enjoy that song more live. I gotta be honest, even though I'm a big fan of that song. And yes, Leslie Odom is great. He has a beautiful voice, and he can sing and he can dance. Sorry, he did his routine really well. I think that's one of the very little numbers that actually has a big choreography.
Yeah. Yeah, I what I really enjoyed about that particular song in the TV version was the shots on that one. Like they follow George Madison, and they would like zone in on the like Jefferson and George Madison like having secrets. I don't know. Like I thought it really broke a little bit of what they were doing before with the shots. Like it was more like, oh, I'm gonna. I don't know. It gave like that stealthy kind of feeling, and I think it was on purpose, you know, because the director of Hamilton, I'm blanking on his name right now, but he was very very like on the editing of this.
That makes
video
sense
for the TV show.
It must be the hardest thing in the world
so
to edit that show. I gotta be honest.
Yes.
It may be so hard.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, we can talk about this a little bit later, but I don't know how you do it. Like when you direct a theater show, how you can capture all the work that you did for a theater medium onto the camera. Like I don't think that's totally possible, you know.
I'm
like,
actually
the best that you can.
I'm actually impressed that the acting was not over the top, because normally when you act in both musical and theater and live theater, you are a little bigger because you're acting to the back of the room. And on camera, you're supposed to act is much smaller because the camera captures every single eye movement or every little twitch. So the fact that the actors and those emotional moments, most of them, by the way, some of them looked a little off, but most of them, wow, you really like, wow, to be able to express yourself through both mediums that well. I was highly impressed. Let's go into it. We are kind of like treading water. Let's go into it. Let's talk first about the pros of live performances. And the first one, me and my wife obviously thought, is the energy in the room. You don't get that with the TV. In the live performance, you get an amazing energy coming off the stage, and it's so much easier to focus on the show. Because at home, at home you got a lot of screens.
Yeah. No, I was talking to a friend about this, and I was comparing it to like, okay, so it's like you having a conversation with me through FaceTime, or you having a conversation with me in real life.
Okay.
It's totally different. Like it's when you have a person in front of you, the energy is totally different. Like there's no changing that. Even though like you're, I don't know, so many feet away from the performers, when you're in a theater, you can still feel their energy. And that's what's crazy and amazing about theater. And also theater, like when you see Hamilton, you saw Hamilton, like the light tells the whole story. Like the lighting, the lighting design tells the whole story. The scenic design tells the whole story. Like it starts really like with bare bones, and then it gets like progressively constructive, like America. And I mean, and if you just watch the ensemble, you get the entire story. Like there's like a stimulus overload, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
And that's what you're like.
Yeah, the set in live, this rotating set is the stage. Is just, it's so much visual, and you can look at the amazing work they did with that rotating set, rotating stage during live. You kind of lost that bit on the TV version. Yeah, no. And I feel like the ensemble work is freaking amazing. Like the specificity of the choreography and how it tells the story, I missed it in the TV version. Because it's so genius when they do it live. And I mean, seamless.
That's one of my favorite numbers. Yeah. They're all connected, like in a, I don't know, like it's, like they're really, really, really just so connected, the whole ensemble. But Yorktown, when I saw it, I was like, what did I just see with the spots and the lights when they break after the violin thing? I was like, what? And I kind of, like, it was a little underwhelming when I saw it in the TV. Of course, I knew what was going to happen, but I didn't think they captured the entire set, because they were doing close-ups and stuff. I mean, they captured new stuff that I didn't see before, but yeah.
Let's talk about the TV. What were the good things about the TV watch? The things you got. And my first, and I'm going to say this, the accessibility. Now, many people who cannot afford a $200 and something ticket to go see a live Broadway, you can see it on a streaming service for a quarter of the price.
Totally.
So the accessibility of an amazing show, a show that I think will be regarded as one of the best shows in Broadway history, is extremely accessible to everybody around the world, and that's amazing.
Yeah, so funny because I was talking to a friend about this, Daniel Preciado, you know him.
Yes.
That theater and Broadway theater is kind of elitist in that way, that it's insane the amount of money that they charge for a ticket. At the same time, Broadway shows, like the productions of those shows are so expensive, so that's why they have to like charge that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like having this kind of
accessibility,
like a really good recording of a show. Yeah, I think it's great, and I think it should happen more often, especially with shows that they're not on Broadway anymore, then they're not running anywhere else. But at the same time, I don't know if I can call that theater, you know?
Wow, here we go.
I would call it a recording. Yeah, I was going through this debate with him because I think the most important thing about theater is that it's live. Because then it's a film, and films are great. I love film, and it's an art medium of itself. But I don't think recording of
a show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the argument, though,
Yeah.
I'll argue with you a little bit, is the fact that it's not. And I was wondering when they announced this, I was wondering, did they film like a week of shows and they edited to have the best version? But at the beginning of the recording, we saw on the streaming service on Disney Plus, they say it was a specific day. So technically, you are watching the whole show on one run. It's not edited, because on films, you get 20 takes, you get a million takes, and you get the best one. In this one, it is just one take. So imagine you and me have acted on a stage, and you know very well that there are days you come out of that show like, I kind of missed this beat, and I kind of was slow in this one, and I don't feel good about my performance today. Imagine you were one of these actors, and you, by a chance, you didn't have your best performance, or you consider you didn't have the best performance on that day, and that is the day they record a show for later on to be streamed on the Disney Plus service. Oh my God. Nightmare come true. Here we go.
No. No, yeah, and that was my other point. Like, for the performers, of course, like maybe like you have some rough nights, all that stuff. But still, imagine that you have like a great performance, like the most amazing performance. And they record that and they show it like, oh, this is Hamilton. This is the same thing as watching this as like, this is a piece of Hamilton. I don't think you can do it. Like, I don't think that's fair to Lin-Manuel Miranda, to the director, to the choreographer, to everybody who put this piece of theater together to be it called like the same thing when it's recorded, because it's meant to be heard. It's meant to be experienced. It's meant to be and a theater. Like, it's not meant to be in a screen. So I think you're doing a disservice to the performance as well, because it's not the same to watch a person. Like, for example, let's just say a monologue in front of you as to watch it like a video of someone doing that same monologue. Like, it's never going to be the same. You're always going to get so much more from the live performance. So I think it's a disservice to call that like a piece of theater, because I don't know, it's not, but I'm so happy that it exists, you know?
I like that you say that, because one of my questions I was asking myself was, will this become an issue? Because, for example, somebody saw it on TV and they were like, okay, I saw Hamilton, so now I don't have to see it in live theater. I don't. So the show stops doing as well as it is because you have more ways of watching it. But I agree with you. It's not the same experience. And my wife, I thought she was going to be like, awesome, we saw it, I don't have to go. But she's like, because I saw it on TV and now I know what to expect, I really want to watch it live. And I was surprised by that answer and happy as well.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be that way. I mean, I hope so, because I felt I was craving to be in that audience, you know, because you hear them laughing, you see them interacting with the performers, and you're like, oh, I really want to be there. I think it's like when you watch a stand-up, like a live stand-up thing in Netflix, and you're like, oh, I still want to go see that comedian, you know?
No, that makes sense.
Like,
I like that. I like that analogy. It makes sense.
Yeah. a concert. You're like, I really love that singer. I saw all these YouTube videos, but I really want to see it live. And I mean, Lin-Manuel has said that in the very long run, he really wants to do a movie about Hamilton. But I really hope that it does come in the long run, so people get to experience it as a theater medium, because that's what it was written for, you know. And he spent so many years writing it. I think it should be enjoyed as a theater piece. For a long time. I
think that movie, or the timeline for that movie, is going to depend on how good In the Heights does at the box office. If In the Heights is a huge commercial and critical success, people are gonna go insane, and they're gonna pay him a lot of money to do Hamilton on the screen. I'll give you one more pro about TV before we take a quick break. Subtitles. It's hip hop, and I gotta be honest. The only time I saw it live, it took my ear a little bit of time to like get used to the speed of the hip hop. And subtitles, really, you understand every single word. I was exactly. Happy. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed subtitles.
Yeah, I didn't understand any of the politics the first time that I saw it, like anything, because it was all so like it was so quick, and English is my second language, and I was like, what? Like, that's so interesting rhythmically. I have no idea what you said, but yeah.
What do you say to people that started watching Hamilton on Disney Plus? And they were like, "Oh, it's intermission. Let's take a break, and we'll keep going tomorrow." What is your take on that?
No,
I'm asking.
Don't do it.
Let's stop and go.
They give you a minute for a pee break and go, and you just. I mean, no. I mean, it's like, oh my god, if you walked out of the theater when you watched Into the Woods or something, like Act 1 is. Like, you need to know Act 1 to know Act 2, but it's peace, like it's together. Like, you're supposed to, just when you're rooting for Hamilton, you're like, yeah, nonstop, go Hamilton. You go into like all of these more personal battles of Hamilton, and you like see this other side. But I don't know, like, it's a story, you need to follow it. It's like you're cutting a movie in half, literally.
Okay, fair. I agree with you. I'm not gonna lie. I had to do it. I apologize. Because my baby woke up, and me and my wife really wanted to enjoy it.
That's fair.
So we had to stop. But yes, I agree with you. It's not a stop and go kind of show. But yes, I agree. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more.
But I mean, you saw it live before.
Yes, I had seen it. I had seen it before. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Ana Grethel. I want to talk to you about these actors from the original cast, and where are they now, and how Hamilton literally improved their career so much. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
I love pop culture.
And we are back with Pop Culture, and we are talking Hamilton, live versus TV. And I have on the line Ana Grethel Solis. She is right now with a box of tissues, bawling, oversatisfied because it's so heartbreaking for Angelica Schuyler. Ana, are you there?
Oh,
yeah,
yes. I'm here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you sad?
I oh, that song. I was just gonna tell you, because I forgot about like the TV points. I always saw the Eliza gasp at the end, and I always was like, oh yeah, she's meeting Hamilton. But man, that close-up of Philippa Sue, I was like, in the TV version, I was blown away. I had to like replay it. It was so good, that last moment. And I wouldn't have had it if it wasn't for
those emotional moments. Really translates well to TV. Like, there are a lot of those moments from Aaron Burr, from Lin-Manuel Miranda. I think Lin-Manuel Miranda, like, the crying and singing it was an issue, like completely off key at some points. Like, oh my god, but like Angelica Schuyler, Eliza, Aaron Burr, those three in particular, the emotional moments and the beats were, oh my god, the close-ups helped so much. They really did.
And they were doing this show at this point for like a year in Broadway.
Yeah.
And they were doing it at the public of Broadway for some months, almost a year. Like, they were doing this show for so long, and they still kept it fresh, and it's amazing. They're so freaking talented.
Can you explain to me the last like yelling or crying of Eliza, the last moment in the show? I don't remember that from live, and when I saw it on TV, I was like, I don't get it. What is she trying to express?
Oh,
that she's super sad?
Right before she does this, she sees Hamilton.
Yeah.
And they like go around, and he gives her, he like extends his hand. She gives the hand to him, and she like accepting it, and then like goes up stage, and then sees something and gasps, like a really emotional gasp. And I looked that up because I was like, oh my God, she is seeing her son, or she's seeing Hamilton up in heaven, like she's seeing something like something that transcends time, obviously, And I looked it up because I was also curious, and some Elizas say that they were looking at America right now, and like everything that they had done and was accomplished. Or sometimes they're like, oh no, I saw my baby, or I saw
but
they all say different things, but yeah.
I found it so interesting because it ends the show like in a little bit of a tragic note. Like, because it was being so positive about everything she'd done and how she'd been pretty much the vessel, is that the word? The boat or the ship that has taken Hamilton's story to the world, Eliza Schuyler, and it ended with that cry, and it was like it wasn't a close up on the TV, but it was just her. It was a shot of just her, and I was like, I wondered, like, interesting. I kept wondering, and it's just
so
cut to black.
I love. Yeah, I love that you have that take on it. That I don't know, that you see it as maybe something tragic. And I think that's what's so cool about this piece of theater, that it's always, like, it is so open to interpretation. And that ending is not even on the script. Like, that ending was something that
she added?
Sue and the director created.
Okay.
Like the director added it with her. And for me, I thought it was like a gasp of, like, so much emotion and just, like, overwhelmedness of, like, oh my God, I did it. Like, I did something, and now I'm with Hamilton and heaven, and like, there's like, I got, like, at the end, I got to write my story as it needed to, and like, I don't know. I did thought it was like a bookend, like a great bookend to it, but it's always open to interpretation,
100%.
It's whatever you take it to. Yeah.
I asked you, and you are such a big fan of this show. Have you followed these people's careers, like, throughout the years? Because this show's been, it's almost 5 years now. They have not done this show for about 4 years now. But they've built careers out of Hamilton, especially, obviously, Lin-Manuel Miranda. He got the job of Moana. He got the job for Mary Poppins 2. He did his Dark Materials for HBO. And he keeps doing stuff. He obviously is getting more jobs because of Hamilton. The same with Leslie Odom Jr., Daveed Diggs, et cetera, et cetera. What have you followed these people's careers?
Look, for me, I haven't really. But I knew some of them, like, before. Like, for me, when I saw the cast, I was like, I love these people. Like, because they have done a lot of work before. And, I mean, George Washington, Christopher Jackson, he was Benny in The Heights, and I'm obsessed with In the Heights. So I was like, yeah, Benny. Like, I think I was just a fan of them before. I mean, I have never seen Philippa Sue, but she was in Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of something. I forget.
Philippa Sue is one of those that hasn't really moved on from Broadway yet. The rest of them have tried to, like, parlay the success of Hamilton into a TV or movie career, but her in particular, she stayed so very much on stage. I was searching for her, and not a lot of work. But for example, Renee Goldsberry has been a TV actress for many years. I think even before Hamilton. Daveed Diggs is doing TV shows and movies all around. Leslie Odom Jr. is even, I think Leslie Odom Jr. has like a Christmas album even. He's all in, man. He's making those careers. And it's awesome to watch Broadway stars make it big. I love the fact that people sometimes consider Broadway stars as second tier, but I think the best people, the best actors on TV and movies, the best people are classically trained, came from the stage, because it just develops a muscle you cannot develop by just saying a line and cutting. That's my opinion on theater actor transitioning into movies and TV and stuff.
I mean, talk about that school. I mean, Hamilton was a school for them, because they had, again, to keep that performance alive every night. And when they were performing the close-ups, they would just like, I think it was one day where they have like their day off and they closed the theater for the close-ups. And they had to like kind of change their performance a little bit for it to be like adaptable for screen.
Oh, really? I didn't know this.
And they had... Yeah. So, yeah, I think they use like 3 different days of shootings, or that's what I read. But the close-ups definitely were another day that they closed the theater. And they also had like a crane for some other shots that they took like without an audience.
So everything I said before is a lie. People, don't listen to me. I said they filmed in one day. I thought that. They did edit. It is more like TV than live theater. You are correct, Anna. If that is true.
I mean, but still amazing.
Yeah.
Like, some of the shots are from the same day, so yeah. But and they had to like transform that acting and also keep it fresh. Like, that's freaking amazing. And of course they went on to do theater and film. I mean, they're geniuses. And I was so funny because the other day my friend was like, "Oh, look at this actor! He's amazing from Mindhunters, I think is a series." Like,
yes, Jonathan Groff.
Good. Why don't I know him? And I'm like, Jonathan Groff. Exactly. And he's like a Broadway legend. Like, he's like one of the from Spring Awakening. So it was so funny to see
that guy. That guy has really gotten popular. You're talking about Kristoff from Frozen. You're talking about Mindhunters.
Yeah.
You're talking about now he's doing Matrix 4. He's all in, man. Jonathan Groff making it happen.
He's a spitter as well. Did you catch that?
He's a what? Oh yes. Oh my God.
A spitter.
My wife was watching. I was like, Jesus, dude. I'm assuming doing the accent and like, but he's not just a spitter. That's just COVID-19 to another degree. Like,
oh my God.
He will be the argument.
That was so gross.
He will be the argument for not opening theaters for COVID-19. They will put a gif of him in the argument for not opening. Jesus. What a spitter that man.
It's so funny because he just kept going and I'm like, couldn't he ask for another shot? Like, it was a close-up and he was like, no, like, he just
I love that he never took it off. He was like, I'm going to stay with that little spin in my face.
Never.
Love it, man. Focus.
Yeah.
Anyways.
No. And then some people are saying like, it's like, hats off on the like craziness of the royalty at that time and whatever, and like the lunacy, and that's why he did it. But I don't know. People can really read into stuff.
I did enjoy it a lot. Anyways, Anna, we can talk about Hamilton for hours and hours and hours, but sadly the show has to come to an end. Thank you so much for joining me. You were great. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Take care. Let us know what are you up to? What are you up to? Let us know. Do you have any projects going on?
Like really small ones, but stay tuned for a little last 5 years thing that we're gonna do. We're gonna post soon.
Nice.
Just adapting it to the screen. We're going to do a little thing with Marcos.
Awesome.
Stay tuned for that.
So anyways, guys, remember to follow Ana on Instagram to stay tuned to that. Where can they find you, Ana?
My name is Ana Grethel Solis. So
there you go.
AnaGrethelSolis.
There you go. At Ana Grethel Solis. And you can follow me at Andres Clemente _. If you check it out, the story right there at Andres Clemente _, you will see her Instagram account, so you can follow Ana for all those future projects he has on. And trust me, guys, she can sing, and she sings very much on Instagram Live, so you can catch her beautiful voice on Instagram as well. Anna, take care. Say hi to the family.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, you too.
Bye-bye. That was Ana Grethel Solis. We were doing Hamilton TV versus live. I'll tell you something, guys, before I go with Hamilton. If you're going to go watch it, and I do recommend you do, it's a beautiful show. The music is amazing. And even if you're not a huge fan of hip-hop, and even if you don't know a lot about American history, it doesn't matter. This show is so well done, so well put on. The music is fantastic. The performances are great. It is worth watching. And now, as I mentioned, you have a chance to watch it. You don't have to pay $200. You don't have to pay $300, whatever. You just need to find it online, stream it, and enjoy it. And if you do, try to make it as a live theater spectacle as much as possible. I'm talking about turning off your phones, turning off your iPads, bringing down the lights, putting big volumes up, the whole shebang, having a little cocktail. Like, enjoy your experience because it's worth it. It's really worth it. And I believe what's going to happen now with the success of this, we are going to get the chance to watch a lot of more great musical theater and theater recorded this way and shown this way. So the people who can't go to Broadway can enjoy these great plays. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Tomorrow I'll be talking a lot about sports. NBA is going through some things. Will it come back? I still have my issues and my thoughts. I will talk about that tomorrow. I'll talk about La Liga and Barcelona's implosion a little bit more. I will talk about Premier and Liverpool's big champions. And on Wednesday, Theater in the New Normal, the segment I love. Theater in the New Normal will be back on Wednesday with Melanie Valenzuela. Yes. Is that the name? Oh man, did I screw up the name? She's gonna yell at me later. I hope not. I like her. Let me check on the last name. Melanie Visuet. I wasn't even close. Melanie Visuet. Yes, she will be here on Wednesday to talk about Theater in the New Normal. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will be back tomorrow. Take care.
Andres Clemente signing off. Tune in to Pop Culture from Monday to Friday at noon. We'll be back.